What's up, everyone? This is going to be the first of many videos. Welcome to my channel, Zach Zama. I'm the owner and operator of Zamage.com. For the last 21 years, I opened my business 21 years ago, 500 square foot location. We do millions of dollars of sales. We ship products all over the world. So I'm going to start vlogging about my personal life and what I go through running my business. So just to give you a little bit of background, when I was about 12 years old, I always knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to get into the clothing business. I sold candy in school, CDs in school, anything to make money. I didn't come from money. All the guys in the neighborhood that was making money, I used to tell them all the time, like, hey, open a clothing store. I'll run it for you. I'll help you do this, help you do that. And a lot of times people just didn't see the vision. So that's always what I was looking forward to do. When I reached about 15, I worked a couple jobs. I worked at like 3 McDonald's, 1 Annie Ann's Pretzels. I worked at Toys R Us, if you remember Toys R Us. And those jobs didn't last long. I know at the McDonald's, I would send out frozen fries, so that didn't happen. I did get to peel a lot of the Monopoly things off the hash browns. That's how I knew that was a gimmick, because I peeled a whole lot of those and I didn't win nothing, except for a couple Big Macs. But yeah, so that was pretty much it. I stopped working at that point. I never worked another job in my life. I used to sell digital scales on eBay. Anything I could see I could mark up, I would do it. So I literally, around 16, 17, I wired like $5,000 over to China. And I got a bunch of digital scales and I started crushing it on eBay with that. So I was always playing around with whatever could make me money. When I was 20 years old, I opened up Zamage, which was a 500 square foot location. I sold, oddly enough, I sold body jewelry, cell phone accessories, and white tees. Now, I know the body jewelry is odd, but you would get it for 25 cents and you would sell for $5, or we would do 3 for 10s, legal 3 for 10s. So I would do that, make a profit off that. I would make a run to Philadelphia at least once or twice a week, fill up the whole car with trash bags. I'm driving like this. Sometimes I didn't even have money to pay for the toll. I even got stuck at the toll one time, and the guy was like, well, if you can't pay it, I got to send the police over here, and they're going to look around in your car. And I'm thinking, it's just t-shirts, right? But so I scraped through all the seats, finally found all the money. I was good to go. But yeah, so I used to grab like the 2X, 3X, 4X t-shirts. There was Top T, Sod. We used to sell all the street DVDs, like Smack DVD, Sub-Zero DVDs, Beef DVDs. That was where we got all of our information before there was like World Star, Say Cheese, Shade Room, Baller Alert. Information is so accessible right now, but before, that had to be recorded. It took time for them to distribute it all to the wholesalers, and then the wholesalers sell it to us. But yeah, so there was cell phone accessories, body jewelry, white t-shirts, and all the street DVDs. Now, what really had us take off though was when I was able to get a New Era account for the hats, New Era Cap. So I used to call the guy, I used to hit him up probably, I would say like at least once or twice a month. And he kept telling me that there was somebody already in my area that's a franchise and that I couldn't open up. Well, they ended up taking their time and wasn't getting opened up, within the time that he wanted. So he was like, all right, you come up here tomorrow with, X amount of dollars, I will open this account for you. So boom, shot to Philadelphia, put in my order, rest was history. We were now an authentic New Era retailer, which gave a lot of brand value directly to the store, because now we're selling merch with a very big company and we're an authorized retailer. So that really helped us out with that. From there, I went from a 500 square foot location to a 5,000 square foot location, which we're in today. I purchased the building. This was probably back in 2010. No, 2008. And the reason why I remember that is because that's when we hit the recession. So everybody knows, if you're younger, you know about COVID, how everything was crazy. Well, we had the 2008 recession. So imagine I'm going from a 500 square foot location, investing in a 5,000 square foot location, and I'm evaluating, I'm calculating how much money I'm going to make at this new location. Well, the recession hit and we was making the same amount of money from the 500 square foot location at the 5,000 square foot location, because there was no money. That was from banks doing like no doc loans. It was like a mortgage crisis. It was really bad at that time. So after that happened, around 2012, I called on to the influencer shout out. So if you went on Instagram, an influencer shouted out a brand, the consumer thought that, that person really rocked with the brand, and they didn't know that they were getting paid for that. So I remember I would pay an influencer. I remember her name was Lyra Galore. She was messing with Rick Ross at the time. She was real famous IG model, and I paid her $300. And off that $300, we brought back $10,000 in sales. Now, you want to talk about ROI, you return on investment. You can't get that type of return on investment today. So basically, I paid her at $300, $10,000 back, and I kept running it back. Like everything, sooner or later that got saturated, and that's when I called on to Facebook ads, and I started scaling the business with Facebook ads. And we till this day we ship millions of dollars worth of products globally, all over the world. Right, our biggest thing we sell, track pants. We do print-on-demand T-shirts, hoodies, things like that nature, and our denim. So that's the biggest thing that you'll find on the website. So it's been a very long journey, from being 12 years old and coming up with the idea, and then going the whole way to 20 and opening it up. And I started that business with $3,000. Literally, it was probably less than $3,000. I put the money down on the building. We made the counters out of wood, and we drilled them. So the counters we made, and I had a couple of fixtures that I set up. So just from, the ambition of going from, 12 years old with a dream, not many people believing in it, and selling CDs, selling, street DVDs, white T-shirts, body jewelry, all that stuff. Went into the New Era contract, and the rest was history. Now we have our own brand. We do get from other wholesalers. But the craziest part for me is what's so surreal is that, I'm the thing that stays the same, right? So from all those years ago, so many things have changed, from the location, the product we sold, to the staff. I always call everybody my coworkers. I'm not the boss of nobody, right? I expect I'm a team leader, but that's my coworkers, right? So all that has changed, right? And then one thing I've realized is no matter what you do in life, you are the battery, right? Until you find somebody you can pay to do it, and they're never going to do it like you, but you are the battery. So when I'm inside my business, I'm looking at it like, I'm just this big battery inside here, and I'm charging this thing up. I'm running things. I'm making sure the marketing's going good, the financials are going good, what's trending in the market, everything that's going on. I'm on top of all that. So, you have to be really ambitious. I had so many times where I got frustrated. I remember way back, I did like a promo for thisis50.com on thisis50.com, where we gave away free albums of the 50 Cent album if you made a certain purchase dollar amount. And that didn't work out good. You couldn't click the links. I got so mad. I broke my file cabinet up and everything else, because you put your all in things, right? And one thing about me is I'm pretty much alone in it. It's like, everything I got to come up with it. I got to execute it myself. So I'm going to win myself, or I'm going to lose myself, right? And, not to take away from my team. It's never, I have people that contribute a lot. But for the bigger chunk of it, I have to be the innovator, and I have to come up with things, and I have to really bet on myself. And I like betting on myself. It's turned out good for me over the years. So I just continue to go hard. I continue to do my thing. One thing I could say to anybody, if you want to open up your own business, don't wait. Go ahead and do it. There's never the perfect time. You have to believe in yourself, and don't listen to the people around you. Unless they're already doing something similar to what you want to do, or they're very successful at what they do, don't listen to the people around you, because if they seen things and envision things the way that you do, they would already be, doing things like that. So, it's good to take people's advice, and it's good to, think it through, but, a grain of salt, right? So take it in, think about it, release it, and do what you feel is in your heart. And that's really what you got to do. It's what I've been doing. And I have so many ups and downs. So I'll definitely be sharing everything throughout, this vlog. So I appreciate you tuning into the channel. I'm going to drop you a lot of good stuff. We're going to really connect with each other. I'm going to hopefully inspire you. I'm going to, maybe sometimes make you sad, make you mad, make you, just go through all the emotions of what I felt going through things. And again, if there's anything that I can do, I hope I can bring value to you. So stay tuned. I'm going to be dropping a lot more videos.